Alright, welcome back to part 2 of PoLaRiS Let's Play Socom 3. For this mission, I will be using the M16A2 with a medium scope. This rifle is also known as the AR-15. Just a fun fact for you guys that may be interested is this gun was designed by Eugene Stoner. And you guys are probably thinking, who the fuck is that? Well, Eugene Stoner is the same guy who designed the Stoner 63. So if you ever played with the Stoner 63 and any other games, you know who designed that rifle too. It's the same dude. Anyway, I like this gun. For single player, has low fucking recoil or kick, whatever you want to call it, in the scope. Online wise, yeah, it was a good gun online, but there were better guns. I did know some guys that this was their favorite gun to use, and they would use it for running gun and sniping. But in my opinion, this was a much better gun to use for sniping. So if you didn't have the iDub unlocked, this was probably the best gun to use if you wanted an assault rifle with a high scope. Either that or the M14, but like people thought the M14 was a piece of shit on this game, Socom 3. But on Socom 2, M14 was a beast. I believe it was considered a cheap gun. That, the iDub, the STG, and the RA14. I believe those were the forbidden guns, and I'm sure the M60 machine gun was too. But I didn't really like that game online. It just seemed like it was really laggy to me. The graphics, I guess, were okay. Some people think the graphics were better on Socom 2 than on Socom 3. But I think Socom 3 was the best online Socom out of all of them. And I know people will disagree with me because when this game came out, a lot of people that played Socom 1 and Socom 2 fucking hated this game because it was different from the originals. And this is pretty much the game where it started, where the community started hating the sequels. And by the time Confrontation came out, the series was pretty much fucking ruined, tarnished, or yeah. But that game, Confrontation, that game was a fucking broken ass piece of shit. This game was not fucking broken when it came out. I mean, when it did come out, there were so many people on it, you couldn't log online. But when I was playing it, it wasn't that. I didn't find anything that was broken. They patched shit right away, just like they did with any game on PlayStation or Xbox that comes out. Like in the first week, they were fucking patching that shit right away. But yeah, like the problem with this game is that it's old, and sometimes like it'll glitch, so you have to run to the checkpoints. And the reason why I ran back there is because that satchel has to blow up the bridge, and if it doesn't blow up the bridge, if I run up here like I am now, I'll be running out of bounds and I'll have to start the mission over. So, and like I've played this mission through like one time the bomb didn't blow up at the bridge, and I had to abort the mission. And there was another time where I got all the way to the end here, to the final warehouse, and the game wasn't letting me extract. Those things happen, and it sucks. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal because Socom 3, they'll let you restart at your last save checkpoint, and it's not like the missions are that long. It depends. If you're just running through them like me, it won't take you that long, but if you want to be like all perfect and take your time and crap like that and get like a good score at the end, like it even matters, yeah, it'll take you like 30 minutes to get through a mission like this, and this is a short mission. But anyway, like I was talking earlier, how I like single player because it has a story. Online doesn't have a story unless if you're playing in clans and shit. Well, there isn't really much of a story for this mission. See, I cut out the cutscenes or the cinematics, and I didn't want to watch them because, you know, it'll take like 30 or a minute long to watch the whole thing. So I just wanted to get to the gameplay. But anyway, I think the fucking bad guy is called Mahmoud. I could be wrong. It's been a while since I played this shit. So the guy was in Socom 2. Was in the Socom 2 single player, and you failed to capture him. I can't remember if he escaped or something like that. It's fuck, man. It's probably been like 6 years since I played that game. But yeah, he's based on Saddam Hussein, so the whole desert campaign is to capture that dude. But for this mission, like, there's a lot of these missions where it's just like, you know, blow up a target or collect intel or even capture a dude, but we don't capture anybody in this one unless if a soldier surrenders. But you don't have to fucking handcuff the bitch, you could just walk away. This is a cool ass compound. We just take out this whole army here or whatever. That, you know, one of the things that is screwed up with this whole game system where they rate the games, you know, like with the E for everyone and the mature thing, like these fucking soccer moms have screwed up fucking games for us. You would call these guys, like before online it was the SEALs and the terrorists, and when Combined Assault came out, you can no longer call the enemies terrorists. They were known as mercenaries, and that was fucked up, man. Because the whole thing about SOCOM was, you know, post 9/11, the biggest enemy was Al Qaeda, and now when SOCOM Combined Assault came out, you had to fight some other enemy, and that's probably what fucking screwed up the series too, because then they came in where you could fight as other Foreign Nations Special Forces instead of the SEALs. You're like playing as Grom or some bullshit like that, but that's kind of like what fucked up the game too. So this is the end of part 2, and I'll see you for part 3.